Hey there. So I'm here in Bend, Oregon again. Wonderful fun. I hope you all are having a great day wherever you are. And yeah, we are here. We've got some snowy kind of weather. I know different places in the country, it's kind of maybe still hot. I've heard that. But right now, I'm in Bend and it's kind of chilly, and it's chilly in the bedrooms of my clients as well. In fact, it's not just chilly, it's become awkward. I hear this so often in my practice. And if you're one of my clients listening to this video, you probably think I'm talking about you, but I'm not. I'm talking about you and you and you and you. So many people, the word awkward comes up over and over again. And what we want is to feel fluid and relaxed and open and connected to ourselves and our partner, and that it's easy and fun and playful and all those great things. And instead, what we get is awkward, and so hard to get around awkward. It's like this road jam to connection in ourselves and with our partner. It makes us feel like we're inadequate. We have a tendency to feel very embarrassed when this awkward sense shows up, and kind of like not knowing if we should approach our partner, if we should offer intimacy, sex, connection, even kissing, whatever that is. We feel just at the beginning, before anything happens, we feel like bad about it. It's already fairly creepy even in our body, because so many of us have really honed this practice or this thought of wanting it to be consensual. And I love that we're really respecting each other's way of being when we are sexual together or think about being sexual. We don't want to push ourselves on the other person. And besides that, we don't want to feel like they don't want us. We want to feel our partner really desires us. And so then when your partner, and I'm talking to you, when your partner doesn't feel like or seem like he, she, or them is open or like turned on by you, or even just remotely interested, you might and probably do feel either embarrassed or upset or some kind of difficult feeling. And awkward is kind of the catch-all feeling for that. So awkward sex, it doesn't tend to become sex. It tends to become awkward kind of like idea of sex. And that's because you get the vibe from your partner that maybe they aren't down for it. Maybe it's a bad day, they're tired, whatever is going on. So whatever it is for you, whatever's happening in this awkwardness of initiation, and again, it's kind of more about the initiation for a lot of people. Once you get past that awkward stage, it can go well. Now, it doesn't always go well, but it can go well if you can get connected together and realize that the two of you are actually desiring to be sexual, intimate, connected, pleasuring each other, all of those things. So it's tough at the beginning. And this awkward thing is one of the biggest problems. So again, this isn't you that I'm talking about. Could be you, could be so many other people. It's so common that we feel awkward. So what should you do if you're feeling awkward about sex in your relationship? So a lot of people I talk to have not had sex, any kind of what we would call real sex. So and when I say real sex, I mean something that is arousing and connected and probably mostly naked for both people. It doesn't have to be penetrative sex for it to be real sex, but it's something that you're into, that you're connected with each other about that. When it doesn't have to be that, but when it is feeling awkward, it's hard to get even past any type of kind of patting. People talk about like, you pat me like you'd pat a child, or like you'd pat me if I were your mom, that kind of thing. What we want is to invite the other so that they feel, excuse me, welcome. So there are 3 things that you should do when you feel like that. One is to claim the awkwardness. So claim the fact that you feel a little strange, excuse me. Claim the awkwardness. And what I mean by that is to say, I don't know about you, but like we have had a great relationship in the past. I've loved the sex and intimacy that we had, if that's true. Now, if it's not true, don't say that. Always tell the truth. But, I've loved what we had before, but somehow, I don't know what happened. Our relationship just kind of got off. Maybe it was things that happened at work, maybe it was the kids, whatever. And I just don't feel like that anymore. I feel like kind of we're awkward. I don't know. Like, how can we be awkward? We were such a hot and fantastically erotic and fun couple. So get that conversation out there about the fact that it's awkward. Number 2, set an intention for the going forward period. So it doesn't have to be for the whole rest of your relationship or even the next 6 months. But say to your partner something like this, like, it's gotten, I don't know about you, but it's gotten awkward for me. So I need to kind of like do some work around that with you so that I start to feel more open. And one of the things that it's true for lots of people, she, her people, women, and, also happens for non-binary and he, him people, but we feel kind of like we can't get there with ourselves if we're feeling this kind of barrier with you. So I'm going to try to stay or get kind of turned on, but it's hard for me if I feel you're not really there. So I want to set an intention for connection that that you and I are going to be really like connected and present. And I know I say connected a lot. I don't know if that means something to you that way that it means to me, but for me, connected means that there's something not just physical that's happening, but it's also in my energy. So I'm open to you and I'm probably laughing and like I feel like this part of me is kind of like open and I turn myself toward you when we talk and I watch you, I watch your mouth, I watch your eyes. I'm like open like that rather than kind of, this kind of thing, right? So set an intention. I want to feel more open. I want to feel more comfortable. And this awkward thing is going to be part of it because I know that both of us have that. Letting that be there. But I have the intention to not have the awkwardness drive us through the next, say month, for example. Month's a good time, 30 days. I want to do that. I want to claim that. And then make a plan for one step that you're going to take that will help you move in the direction of more comfort. Now, for some people, that might be holding each other. It might be spooning. It might be kissing. Could be kissing in a different way than you typically kiss. So if you're like lots of people I talk to, you kind of, the way you'd kiss your partner is the way you'd kiss your mom or grandma. It's like pecks. It's not any kind of sexual kiss, very HR appropriate kissing. I want you to go for the HR inappropriate, the human resources inappropriate kissing or touching, or even just cueing each other into something that you've done in the past. It might be holding each other, feeling your hand rub up and down your partner's back or arms. It might be a foot massage that feels really sexy to that other person. And where you're doing what I would call running sexual energy toward them. So you're not just being friendly, you're being sexy friendly. You follow? So there are 3 things. One is claim the awkwardness. The second is set an intention to move past it with your eyes open. If you don't have your eyes open, the awkwardness just is like, it's like covering you up. You have to show that you understand it's awkward so your partner can understand that too. So you're setting an intention to make it better and then take one step that works for you. Now, it might not be a step that I'd recommend or a step that somebody else would do, but it is something that in your relationship has meaning and lets your body know that you are having an intent to be sexual with your partner and that your partner gets that message. All righty, so that's it for today. I have the distinct honor and pleasure to finish up this masterclass that I've been running over the last 6 months. We have 2 more sessions, and then we're going to meet a little bit after the first of the year. So it's been such a pleasure. And when that offer comes around again, if you think it would have something good for you in it, I hope you join us because it's such a powerful experience to be in a group. This is women virtually talking about these things that we share in common, these difficulties, these just the experience of being sexual people in this culture. It's challenging and it's also very profound when we start to move some of this difficulty away and we can start to see ourselves more with more love and appreciation. Talk to you guys next week.